Yordan Alvarez will be at Dyken Park tonight. Joe Espada said this about 15 minutes ago. The team will see how Yordan feels today when he comes to the park before they set the lineup card. Okay. I'm assuming, given that he went 16 for 8 in Corpus Christi with 35 home runs, I'm exaggerating, that he is going to be in tonight's lineup. And I guess the big question is who ends up getting the boot? Who ends up getting phased out? Is it possible that the Astros finally sit Cam Smith, who has really been struggling of late? The Athletic has an article about Smith's struggles. Quote, since the All-Star break, Smith has a 388 OPS. None of baseball's 166 qualified hitters have a lower mark. 58 days have passed since he last homered. He's slashing 188, 246, 247 since that homer. 167 plate appearances ago. His OPS has dropped 120 points over that stretch. Dana Brown, when asked about Cam Smith on Saturday, quote, right now our intention is to see it through. It's not like he's striking out 4 or 5 times every game. That's a low bar, Dana. He's still making contact. That's a Rockies bar. Every now and then he'll hit one hard. Every now and then he'll just miss one. I think if he was striking out at an alarming rate, we'd probably talk about it, but I still think he's making enough contact, and he's not in panic mode. But the Athletic article by Rome notes that he's been a little more quiet of late. Understandable. When you're struggling like that, you're probably not going to talk so much. From the 832 about Yordan Alvarez, who it does seem likely he'll be in the lineup for tonight's game. Yeah, we all know Yordan will start tonight. Astros are just doing Astros stuff. Typical liars. Damn, sounds so bitter about it. The most interesting thing that happened over the last 24 hours when it came to the Houston Astros actually has nothing to do with Yordan Alvarez, who we are all hoping to see in tonight's game, and has nothing to do with that article about Cam Smith in The Athletic. Isaac Paredes, we have not seen him in quite some time. When did Isaac Paredes get injured? It feels like it's been at least a month. Isaac Paredes was put on the 60-day injured list in early August after a severe right hamstring strain in July. And after seeking a second opinion, he has chosen to rehab the injury instead of undergo surgery. Dana Brown said that August 4th. Paredes posted this to his Instagram story. After Jet Leo 8802 had posted tagging Paredes in this stupid graphic that says out for season, Paredes reposted it with the caption, coming soon, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, stronger, dot, dot, dot. 3 periods in a row. Do you know what that is? An ellipses. Is Isaac Paredes hinting that he will be back from his severe hamstring injury that theoretically could keep him out 5 to 7 months in the near future? Huh. I think I'd tell him, slow it down. I see that post. I don't know if I have a leg to stand on if I'm the Astros training or medical staff, but if I see that, I'm Dana Brown, I'm Joe Espada, I'm telling him, hey, man, we already are making enough promises that we haven't delivered on. It's kind of our thing. We can't have you doing it too. We can't have you also getting fans' hopes up the way that we have been with injury after injury after injury over the last couple of years. Yeah, I think if I'm the Astros, I'm telling you, it's like, no, man. Hey. We'd like to have you back. It would certainly create some interesting questions for the Astros the rest of this year. Does Paredes play second? Does Paredes DH? Does Yordan become an everyday fielder? There's all sorts of shuffling you can do, and it certainly would be a great thing to have another bat back, assuming that bat is not affected by said hamstring injury and not affected getting out of the box by said hamstring injury, which we all know that's going to be a thing, unless he goes Kenny Kawaguchi from Backyard Baseball, who's a kid in a wheelchair. He's an incredible pitcher. If you've ever played the video game, Kenny Kawaguchi, he's like elite pitcher. Despite not having the legs to step into his pitches. Like a really good pitcher. I don't know how he got the torque on those balls. Whatever. Bringing it back to the Astros. Cool to see that on an Instagram story. If I'm an Astros fan, I'm not getting excited about it. If I'm the Astros, I'm telling him, no, chill out. And if I'm Isaac, I need somebody who's going to give me a third opinion telling me to relax. Second opinion, no surgery. Okay, fine, sure. I know you want to get back out there with your team. I know you really like it in the clubhouse. There was an article written about that earlier this year. Don't force things, man. Take it easy. Listen to the Eagles for a night. Take it easy. Take it easy. Na, 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 na. Man, I'm a great singer. We've got Jake Meyers. He's going to make a rehab assignment. Woo! All right, I thought Jake Meyers was dead. Honestly, the way that injury went down and how he looked after the injury, and then he comes back in and it feels like he re-aggravated something, and you were going to blame the Astros training and medical staff for that one, just like you blamed him for all the other things. That is definitely encouraging. And once again, another reason to perhaps wonder if Cam Smith is going to finish the regular season with the Astros. At the very least, wonder if Cam Smith is going to be in the Astros' everyday lineup for the rest of the year. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen Jake Meyers, but Joe Espada earlier today said that he's going to start a rehab assignment tomorrow in Sugar Land, which also probably means he's closer to a return than you would expect. I was operating as if Jake Meyers would be out for the remainder of the season. So that is certainly encouraging news on the Astros injury front, because they have struggled since Jake Meyers went down. When did Jake Meyers get hurt? Because Jake Meyers has been hurt for quite some time. Jake Meyers' most recent injury occurred when he aggravated a right calf strain during practice. That's right. It was during warm-ups. On July 10th, 2025, he had missed the previous 2 games due to calf tightness. He was placed on the 10-day injured list retroactive to July 10th. Well, he has missed more than 10 days. I can do math, in case you couldn't tell that. When did Isaac Paredes get hurt? And you guys are so mad at Joe Espada and Dana Brown. Isaac Paredes was hurt July 19th with a severe right hamstring injury. All right. Could be getting 3 guys back in the next couple of weeks. That's at least the way things feel right now.